Alright guys, welcome back to the Super Late Model Racing Series here on the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel. And we're here at Walnut Creek with our Florida Race number 98 car, and we're about to go qualify. So let's go. Alrighty guys, so this is a long flat track for the most part, for this series anyways. And so the hard part is getting some good speed. You got to see right there, we got the time of 16:134. We're not about to do that, I don't think, with this car. So we gotta turn in nice and tight, try and keep our throttle up as much as we can. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a very good qualifying time here for the most part. Alright, that's better than it was in practice, but not by much. This is going to be an interesting track, that's for sure, as we race here. Yep, so we're going to be starting 12th, right about where I thought, unfortunately. So let's see if we can work our way to the front, as we got, once again, Brian Ramirez up there in front with Eddie Crawford. So we got to get back into contention and try and beat those guys. Alright guys, if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. It helps the channel out a whole bunch. Plus also, don't forget to check out the merch store. Thanks. Alrighty guys, so we are green here at Walnut Creek. And we have got ourselves a 50 lap race here. And we got to make sure that we pay attention to what's going on around us, as this is a very, very interesting track. We got the 25 spinning off of our rear end there. There we go. So everybody's kind of slow at the start there. 17.6 was our lap time. And we need to move our way up here because we need the points. We can knock Brian Ramirez down, that would also help. As with him constantly being up there, he continues to keep his points nice and cushioned. And so we need to go and get him if we can. And try and knock him down a few spots. There we go, a 17.107. Not too bad. Moved our way up to 8th so far. But we're going to need a lot more than that. Into the 79 here. Got him straightened back out. The 94. Spinning off of our nose. So once again, cautions are relaxed, as we had a car obviously go into the wall there off of our nose. And still no cautions, so officials keeping things very, very relaxed. Not totally sure why, but once again, that is what we got going on. We do have a potential some weather, although it looks pretty clear other than the cloudiness. It looks pretty good at the moment, so we'll see if that plays a factor into anything or not. It seems like we should be good. Looks like Brian Ramirez is probably a few laps away from starting to hit some traffic. So we'll see how that transpires, because obviously that's what's going to help us out a whole bunch. Moved our way up to 7th, so that's certainly helpful. But we really do need to be winning these races if we can, to really be able to close that gap between us and Ramirez. We also need Ramirez not to be winning every single race like he is so far this season. Definitely had a good season, that's for sure. But that's not helping us out one bit here. Is what Walnut Creek here, and I haven't really talked about this track a lot. Quite pretty flat for the most part. We got just a tad bit of banking in the turns, not too much. And then we have this very sweeping tri-oval in the front stretch, so not too much going on with it. Definitely drives pretty good. You kind of have to try and hit the bottom of turns 3 and 1. Turns 1 and 3, you kind of want to hit the very bottom of that line. So that way you can kind of ride up through the exit of turns 2 and 4 and be able to hit the top of the wall to really be able to get the best amount of speed on the back and front stretch. So that's kind of how this track works for the most part. It's pretty easy to work with. Just gotta watch out for the traffic because they like to run that line as well. So I haven't really paid attention to who's around us, but we got Robbie Collins in front of us here. So we're trying to close in on him. Hopefully be able to get him past. We got Harry Nelson up there by about 2 seconds. Brian Ramirez putting on a clinic and being about halfway around the track already. Not helpful for us whatsoever. We got 05 here. That should be Robbie Collins as we run up the track. Totally messed up our entry there. Not too much damage, so that's nice. So get back into a groove here. Work those positions back. Gotta get past that 05 here. And there we go, moved up to 6th. Work out very nicely. Next up in the line is Harry Nelson, so gotta get to him. Luckily the car's felt very stable, just hasn't had the speed to run this track. But very stable, haven't had too many issues with it wanting to spin out or anything. A little contact there, that kind of helped that. But yeah, car feels very nice, very stable. It's been handling the track pretty decently. Could probably use it to be loosened up just a tad to really be able to help with the speed, but other than that, the car's been doing a really good job, so can't complain too much about it. I can get past the 129 here. He always comes down across my nose every single time, like clockwork. Every time I'm trying to pass him, he decides to move his lane down, and he goes for a little spin off my nose. Must be a tradition that we have or something. I haven't really talked to him about it, but apparently that's what's going on there. Alright, so Harry Nelson, Chase Jones in front of us, so trying to close the gap a bit. We do have traffic that's slowly starting to play a role with the leaders. But for Brian Ramirez, not enough to help us get up to the front so far. A little bit of a going up the track there. Not too bad, but not what we need for good lap times. We'll run the outside here for a second. Go down to the bottom. Hit the brake to make sure we don't run up the track again. Spin just a little bit. Not too bad. So Harry Nelson right there in the 4, right in front of us, slowly closing in on him. And once we're past these guys, we really are able to get past them and keep on going. Mostly that's because of the traffic, as we're able to move through it just a tad bit better. Based on just speed alone, these guys run better than we do. But once the traffic starts hitting, we can actually keep up with them pretty good. As we're able to run some consistent lap times. 16:8:41, nice to see. See what our tires are doing. The tires aren't wearing too bad, looking pretty good. Harry Nelson right there in front of us, trying to get to him. With 24 laps remaining in the race. Slowly closing in on Chase Jones, so he must be trapped in some traffic somewhere. Hit the wall there just a tad. Should be able to get past Harry Nelson right, I was going to say right in this turn, but didn't quite make the turn like I wanted to. Yeah, looks like we're slowly closing in on Chase Jones. As I said, he must be stuck in some traffic. Can't quite get to Harry Nelson here. Gonna try and look to the bottom. Gonna run him up. And he's gonna spin off of our nose. That's going to end up sending him back. Not totally sure what happened there, as kind of rubbing him wasn't really going into him, so I'm not sure why he spun like that. Kind of odd. So lost some time with that little interaction. So we got Chase Jones, Samantha Bell, we also got Eddie Crawford up there, and of course Brian Ramirez, who continues to put on a clinic here at Walnut. So we need to be able to get up to those guys. So far, no caution to speak of at this track, or very many of the other tracks, to be completely honest about it. So that's not going to be a possibility more than likely, so we can't wait and count on that. Would be nice if we could, but I don't think we can. Slowly closing in on Chase Jones again as he's locked in traffic somewhere. And we're going to spin the 33. He decided to come down. I'm not sure what that was about, but I mean, I was taking his arrow away there on the rear end, and I'm not sure what happened there. $16 laps remaining. I don't think we have a whole lot of time to be able to get Chase Jones or Samantha Bell. It'd be nice if we could, but we're running short on time here. 15 laps remaining. The laps go by pretty quick here, that's for sure. We have moved our way up to 5th, so overall, really good race compared to where we started. Just can't quite seem, I'm going to stay away from that 129 there, to really make up a whole lot of ground here so far. Really put Harry Nelson backwards, so that's nice to see. Slowly falling back through the field. 13 laps remaining. Cars felt really good. The entire race, the cars felt really, really good. Have done a few passes too low to the apron where it got a little loose, but other than that, the cars felt very, very stable. So I really like that feeling on this track. Just haven't had quite enough speed to really move through the field like I would like. Slowly, ever so slowly, starting to close in on Chase Jones and Samantha Bell. And the laps are really winding down, so I'm not sure if that's going to be something we can actually work with or not. Hopefully we can pick up 2 more spots. I'd really like to. 10 laps remaining. Slowly closing in on the guys. A little bit of a gaggle of cars right here in front of us. Chase Jones is among them. I think that's him in the 25 right there, so if we can get past him, that would be nice. Let's see, we're going to dive it down here. Actually, he might be in the 90. Yeah, he's the 90. And he gave us a little bump there. But we're past him. Yeah, Eddie Crawford's way up there. I don't think we're catching him unless something catastrophic happens. Samantha Bell getting pinched just a bit up there in some traffic. Not a whole bunch, so probably not going to be enough to keep her back here so we can get to her. Yep, she's got freeze, so she's going to keep on moseying around. So we're probably not going to get to her in time for the end of the race. So there we go, 5 laps remaining. Yeah, but I don't think we're going to catch her, unfortunately. Try to just run as clean as we can and hope for some sort of major traffic, I guess. 4 laps remaining. Team put together a really good car. We just needed to work it just a tad on speed. But other than that, we have done a great job here this week. I like it. Two laps to go. As Samantha Bell right up there, slowly closing in on her. She's a little bit stuck behind a piece of traffic. Traffic's going to let her go as we have one lap to go. Presented by Combustion Gamer gear. Get yourself the Florida Racing merchandise. And here we come to the checkered. And we're going to end up fourth as I thought. Woo! That's a race. You definitely have to hold on to the car a bit, but yeah, that was fun. Liked it. So the unfortunate part is that we got Brian Ramirez there in first, Eddie Crawford second, Samantha Bell in third, us in fourth, Chase Jones in fifth, Harry Nelson sixth, Robert Cotton in seventh, Tommy Beatty in eighth, Kevin Murphy in ninth, and Ned Hill rounds out your top 10. Alrighty, taking a look at the points, and so what we need is for a terrible incident to happen to Brian Ramirez to be able to beat him in the point standings. So basically it's between Brian Ramirez, Eddie Crawford, ourselves, Harry Nelson, and Samantha Bell. Those are really now the 5 people that can possibly win the championship, and that's all really hinging as we go about to head to Nashville Fairgrounds that Brian Ramirez has a terrible day. So Brian Ramirez has to have a terrible day for us to be able to beat him. So that's what has to happen for us to be able to win. So that's how the points have shaped out there. So 3 wins on the season for Brian Ramirez, 4 for us. Eddie Crawford there with 2, and nobody else has won here in the series. So definitely a bummer for a lot of these people. But yeah, we are the only winners this season, and everybody else, very few points there throughout. So definitely a bummer for a lot of those guys, but we've been able to do a really good job. We needed a little bit more consistency to be able to be right on par there with Brian Ramirez. So we need to win Nashville Fairgrounds for sure to be able to get the championship, but we also need Brian Ramirez to have an absolutely terrible day. So that's what we gotta look for. So that's up next, guys, Nashville Fairgrounds. We will see you there here in the Super Late Model Racing Series on the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys here next time. Bye-bye.